Hello, hello. We've gotten one ending for Slay the Princess, so let's start a new game again. Start a new run. And we are on Chapter 2, The Nightmare. Now let's do this properly. I guess if I leave here that, cancels this princess? I didn't understand that at first, when I had first gotten here. She's going to kill me again.
Again? People don't die twice. You haven't even met the princess, and I hardly think she'd be capable of killing someone as skilled and courageous as yourself.
Well, hang on now.
If he doesn't remember what happened, then maybe it's best to keep it that way.
You know, now that I've played through the story fully, or once at least, I kind of want to just, have fun with these. My approach for this run is going to be going for those red texts, if I can, that we saw at the end last time, which seemed like was when I was mean or especially cruel to the princesses, the vessels at least. So I feel like Nightmare could be a cruel one, and then I'll just try to sense it out, see whatever's the most cruel paths that I can take. So sorry, princess, but now we're just in the field of experimentation.
Shh. What if he hears us? That's a very good question, little voice. What if he does hear you? Shit. I think you'll find yourselves very hard-pressed to keep any secrets from me. Not that it matters right now, because like I said, this is the first time we've met. Still, I'd rather not get off on the wrong foot. We've a world to save, after all.
It sure does feel like the first time, because... well, not exactly, but it's just been a very long time since I've recorded Slay the Princess. Alright, yeah, let's proceed. I want to see this nightmare.
Before you go any further. She will lie, she will cheat. I don't think lying and cheating is a thing. She was very direct with us last time. Or at least, she was direct with us after we decided to lock her away. It doesn't matter. Don't trust anyone.
Yeah. I'm still trying to wrap my head.
The interior of the cabin is plain, the smooth wood of the walls almost featureless. The only furniture of note is a lone table, knocked on its side in the corner of the room. A pristine blade stands between you and the open, inviting basement doorway.
Ew. I don't like the figures in the window just looking... Ugh. I was gonna say, I'm still trying to wrap my head around exactly what certain things are. Because, don't trust anyone. I feel like it's okay to not trust the voices necessarily, or the vessels. The shifting mound seems to kind of have her own weird, biased viewpoint. The narrator definitely has his own biased objectives. At least the Echo has one baked into itself. I assume we can trust ourselves. Quiet. From what I've gathered so far. That's the only thing I can kind of trust, because it is just trying to piece itself together. So I don't think Quiet and the player are necessarily disconnected, at the very least. I believe we are directly controlling and representative of Quiet. So...
The blade is your implement. You'll need it if you want to do this right. Hold on. What happened to the door? There was a door here last time.
Yeah, just the big archway is not fun either. Very suspicious setup we have here.
It's just an empty frame. She's already gotten out, hasn't she? And she's ready for us. She's been waiting. Can't you feel her eyes on us? I'm going to need all of you to pull yourselves together. The princess has not already gotten out. But if you keep getting stuck in your head like this, you're going to struggle to get the job done. So deep breath in, deep breath out. Your task awaits, and only you can do it.
Ugh. And then dissonant, kind of reverberating plinks for the music. The mirror. I've had plenty of time, and I've been talking with June a little bit about what the mirror could possibly mean, Do you know the idea that the mirror could be like the eye of quiet perceiving this world? And so you can't see yourself because, like, you can't look at your own eye. And I'm like, I guess I see what you mean, but I don't really know about that one. I feel like the mirror represents more so Quiet's ability to perceive beyond the illusion that is the construct. Because the more Quiet learns by going through these chapters before the shifting mound resets him, the more the mirror presents itself and shows up. So the more knowledge that he has, the more we notice it and are able to interact with it. Maybe it even represents the construct itself. Whoa. That's interesting. Because when he does finally interact with the mirror outside of one of these worlds, in, well, the Long Quiet, he does see his physical form, and it shows his physical form decaying over time, over the different chapters, because he is growing in knowledge and thus becomes more aware that he is the Long Quiet and like is shedding his vessel. And then the more that he interacts with the Echo at the end of the last run, basically, he shatters the mirror first, and the last fragments also shatter and disappear as his illusion of the construct breaks, and the last little fragments of unclarity are no longer there because his questions are being answered. Yeah. Weird. Okay. I think that is a pretty decent assumption to move on with. That the mirror is the construct itself, potentially, and represents the illusion that the construct projects until we become more aware of the construct, become more aware of who we are, and our questions get answered. Am I freaking nailing it? This whole cabin is different than I remember it being.
Very different. I'm not the only one who sees her in the window, right? She knows that we're here. Calm down. Maybe the three of you just think everything is different because you haven't been here before. Enough of this past life nonsense. You haven't died, you certainly haven't been killed by the princess.
Then how do you explain the ghosts in the window, my guy? I also feel like the narrator doesn't really care about anything except for the blade, and I guess the fact there is a cabin, because nothing else matters for this construct to function. Everything else can be malleable as long as the means of containment and the means of destruction or removal of the princess remain. Everything else can change as much as it needs to fit whatever our perceptions are and stuff. Because I could very much see the difficulty of creating this construct and entrapping these ideals that are whatever the Long Quiet and the Shifting Mound were that were split. That as long as you could get it working at all, you would do the very bare minimum to get it to function without making it any more complex. So, yeah. Okay, if we want to be cruel, I don't know what we're going to be able to do against this nightmare, but let's take the blade.
You reach down and pick the blade up off the floor. It would be difficult to slay the princess and save the world without a weapon. Good. Steel can't lie to us.
Well, presumably this steel can't, if it's one of the rigid aspects of the construct.
Is it gonna be enough, though? Couldn't you have given us something else? Something, I don't know, better than a knife? Could we have a bomb? The blade is the only thing you need to finish your task. You're more than capable of pulling this off, so long as you don't lose faith in yourself.
If we had a bomb, we'd blow ourselves up.
Those are the words of someone who knows he's sending us to our death.
Alright, let's enter.
You cross over the threshold and onto a series of isolated steps, suspended in darkness.
Oh.
More eyes, too. You never mention the eyes. The air seeping up from below reminds you of fresh lightning and static, as if you're descending into a place that isn't meant for a creature of flesh and blood. If the princess lives here, slaying her would probably be doing her a favour.
Ew.
Her cruel and playful voice prances up the stairs.
I didn't think you'd come back. We're gonna have a lot of fun, you and I.
Okay, we need a game plan. Last time we were here, just being close to her was enough to kill us.
Hi, princess. It's been a while. Oh, jeez. Wait, how hard is it to throw a knife? I don't want to get rid of my knife. Step off into the void between the stairs. Oh my goodness. I do want to see, because here's the thing, I'm having fun. I do want to see what their responses would be if I suggest throwing the knife.
It can't be that hard, but then we'd lose our weapon. We'd have to make it count. Otherwise she'd be furious and we'd be defenseless. If a knife is even enough to do anything against something like her in the first place, it'll be enough.
We don't need a plan. I'm just gonna kill her. Mr. Narrator seems to think I can do it. I don't know why you're all being such pessimists right now.
Finally, a voice of reason. The rest of you should take notes. You know why I'm being a pessimist. I'm just asking questions. You make your way to the bottom of the stairs. As you emerge, you find yourself between two loose rows of white wooden planks suspended in nothingness. A smattering of cobblestones, visible against the inky black of the basement, mark where the floor should be, forming vague pathways. At what seems to be the end of the room, they diverge in opposite directions, left and right. She could be anywhere, and there's nowhere for us to hide. We're completely exposed.
Huh.
Are you really not going to comment on how weird this place is?
Yeah.
No, I'm not. We're going to die down here. I don't want to die again. Please stop saying that. You're only going to make things worse. Just pick a direction and start moving.
I wouldn't give it too much thought if I were you. It doesn't really matter, because either way you go, I'm going to find you.
I had a feeling that was going to be all sing-songy there at the end. Oh, boy. I guess let's go... left looks like it just leads to a plank, so let's go right.
You turn to the right. A faintly outlined path lies before you.
There you are. I told you I was going to find you.
As the princess approaches, your legs suddenly go numb. Your arms quickly follow. This is it, isn't it?
And you brought a little knife with you. Cute.
Whoa. Oh, this is awesome. This is such a cool design.
There has to be a way out of this. Think! What did you do? Pull yourself together. She isn't supposed to be like this.
I wonder how many times I'll get to play with you before you break.
Your vision cuts out as your blood begins to coagulate. It's as if every part of your being is coming to a lurching halt.
Gosh, the static and stuff is kind of making me tick. Oof.
Heart, lungs, liver, nerves. Heart, lungs, liver, nerves. Your lungs pull in a desperate gulp of air as your eyes shoot back open. What are you doing? I'm working. Do you want this body to function, or do you want... And then experience stops once more as your body reapproaches death. Okay, whatever you were doing, please just start doing it again. Are you sure about that? Are you sure that's what you want, or do you want to interrupt me some more? You have seconds left. Yes, I'm sure. Heart, lungs, liver, nerves. Again, your eyes shoot open as you gasp for breath.
Can't decide what you want to do, can you?
Lungs,
Oh, I'm trying to I'm trying to keep my eyes open to see the cool art, but it's tough. Okay, I need a moment.
Oh well, standing there gasping like a fish is more fun than dead, even if you look ridiculous.
She isn't attacking us. Why? The why doesn't matter. She's already proven her ill intent. Don't lose sight of your mission.
I love the, like, I don't know, like, the flesh is in the process of decaying kind of thing. Like, it's just barely webbing onto the skeleton. Oof.
Your weapon is still in your hands. Strike at her and end this before it's too late.
And a strange porcelain mask just begging the question of what's underneath. Toss the blade and remain with your nightmare. No, not on this run, sadly. What happened after you killed me last time?
I tried to leave while you suffocated, but that stupid cabin wouldn't let me. So I started to drag your body out with me, and then... well, you died before I could get to the door. And then I was here, and now you're here too.
Oh, I'm kind of thrown off by paranoid, just repeating the mantra over and over again. The cabin wouldn't let her. Yeah. I'm trying to remember exactly how some of the other princesses might have framed that, but it doesn't seem like she necessarily went to the Long Quiet. She just couldn't leave without us going with her. If you want to work together, can you at least turn off this whole organ shutting down situation?
I am what I am. It's not my fault that you can't handle being around me.
If you need me alive, then why did you threaten me on the stairs? Why didn't you try being nice to me?
I am being nice. You're alive, aren't you? And you died of fright as soon as you saw me last time. I didn't think keeping you alive was an option. But it looks like that's not a problem anymore. At least not for me.
Died of fright. Okay, so without the paranoid's ability to persist our vessel, her strange aura in this form just kills us of fright. It wasn't the narrator, because I know that in my first playthrough and I wasn't really understanding what was going on. I was like, is the narrator doing this to us? Which, like, he can, but I guess it wasn't necessarily what was happening.
You seem miserable.
If it feels like it's gonna start locking me out, I'm gonna go to slaying her. And if I let you out, what then? We go our separate ways?
Oh no, definitely not. If you're what I need to leave this place, chances are you're pretty useful. I think I'll keep you right by my side. A little good luck charm to make sure I stay free. Don't worry, I'll make sure to take good care of you. I promise.
The thing is, I know she's full of it, and also she's in an awful state of being that terrorizes us. But it sounds nice. You are a lunatic. You know that, right?
Like I said, I am what I am. And right now, I'm in control. So, you might want to be a little nicer to me.
She raises one long gloved finger, its tip hovering just over your skin, seeming to enjoy the lingering threat. But she withdraws, sparing you another momentary glimpse of death.
Yeah, okay. I feel like none of these other dialogue options would lead to anything interesting. And it seems like they're trying to hint at, like, if you continue this way, she's going to be annoyed and just do something to you. So I'm going to try slaying her. We'll see.
Your will concentrates into a single fine point, and you strike out against the princess, ignoring the constant reminders of your breaking body. She doesn't even move as the blade sinks into her heart. We did it. We actually did it.
Well,
You actually went for it. Oh, you're going to regret this. I could be so much more terrible for you than I am now.
oh no.
Can she? We've already seen how she can change. Heart, lungs, liver.
Oh no, now he's even faster.
You're not getting those stairs back. I'll see you when you finally decide to die.
Liver. She falls to the ground, unmoving. Lungs. Oh. I can stop now, can't I? I can. Finally. And now that she's gone, you can let us out of here. Right? But she was the one who controlled this place, wasn't she? And now she's dead. I don't like to think what that means for us. It means that you're stuck here. Forever.
What? Is that... Oh. Yeah, I guess that is how it has been presented to us before.
Oh no. Time passes. Forever's gonna end eventually, right?
Oh, jeez. And we're not even at the door of the cabin. So what I mean, I guess we have the pristine blade here, so...
No, it won't. That's the whole point of forever. It doesn't end. I feel sick.
There you go. I'll let you see the full art.
It doesn't have to be forever, though. Does it? What do you mean? We still have a way out, clutched in our hands.
Is it clutched in our hands? No, it's intergest and we just have our hand.
Are you suggesting we kill ourselves? Won't we be dead? I guess that hasn't stopped us before. That's a terrible idea. You've already saved the entire world from ruin. Why would you want to die? Because right now, you don't want us to do that. You're right. I don't. But if we've already saved the world, then why does it matter if we die? Why do you care? I just do. I value life. Every life. Even yours. Especially yours.
I'm trying to think back, because I do find it interesting that when the narrator is first describing the princess and like how she'll end the world, it's like, oh, all life will end. The birds, the trees, the people, that kind of thing. He separates birds and people, but the echo manifests with the image of a bird, and we have a very avian nature to ourselves, even though it's kind of also described as draconic. So I don't understand what that is all about, because it doesn't seem like the narrator considers birds and people to be the same thing. So it all seems kind of weird. I don't know if that matters necessarily. It's just an interesting thing to point out.
Why? What do you mean, why? I think it's perfectly reasonable to value life. Exactly. I don't have to answer that.
Are you stuck here with us, or are you capable of going other places?
I'm stuck here with you. I wish I weren't. Feelings mutual. At least we're all being honest.
I get it. You don't want us to die because you'd be lonely. How sweet.
Unlike you, I'm not capable of being lonely.
Yeah, because it seems like you're not really capable of developing further as a person. You're just a snapshot of somebody.
Oh, sure you are. Give it some time without us and I'm sure you'll start feeling lonely.
Am I not a creature of biology? Won't I starve or die of dehydration before forever happens?
That's a grim thought, innit? But I suppose you're right. You are a creature of biology. Something will happen to you before forever comes along. We don't have to starve to death. You have our way out. Use it.
What? Wait, what does he mean by that? Something will happen to you before forever comes along? But that's... I feel like we haven't experienced that, so why would he tell us that? Because if he tells us that, and then we perceive our own vessel to be that, do we have control over the perception of our own vessel? Because either way, why would he tell us that? Wouldn't he want us to be an everlasting being to keep the shifting mound in this defeated state? That's weird. It's not like it matters if I die. I'll just come back again.
Again? That's unfortunate. You were only supposed to be here once.
We've told you about it.
I don't like the way you said that. You knew this was a possibility, didn't you? Of course I did, though I'd rather hoped I was the first one. That explains a lot, though. Oh, you bastard, how much are you not telling us? Plenty, but it's all in your best interest. And the world's, and mine. She's dead and we're stuck in a hell void forever. How could telling us your secrets possibly hurt anyone?
Well, because that might change her state of death.
It just can. Look, this world is saved, but if you start over, for all you know, you're just putting another world in danger. You barely managed to land the killing blow here. What if you don't manage it next time? I've already said too much, really. You won't get another word out of me on the subject.
Can you tell me your secrets now?
No.
How about now? Is it secret time?
Still no.
I'm gonna wear you down eventually. You might as well spill those sweet, sweet secrets now. Then we'll have something else to talk about.
You're not going to wear me down. Oh, we should ask him one more time. He's on the cusp of sharing his secrets. I can feel it.
We should, I agree, hero.
I'm not. Either way, at least needling him is something to do.
Secret?
The narrator ignores you. You can't just describe yourself ignoring us. I can.
Secret?
The narrator continues to ignore you.
Oh, okay, fine. But I've got the best company I could ask for. You guys. What more do I need? Just me and the boys.
Oh, you can do a lot better than us. Exactly. You'll be fine here. Just come up with a game or something to pass the time.
Alright, let's try just waiting, I guess, and see what happens.
More time passes. You're still here.
And wait even more.
More time passes. You're still here.
Okay, I guess we're gonna take the blade from her body.
You remove the blade from the princess's body. What exactly are you planning on doing with it?
Well, maybe you should have written more possibilities for me to explore when you made the construct. Let's see what waiting does.
More time passes.
Okay.
You're still here.
Let's throw the blade into the void. I'm curious to see what would happen if we're just... I don't know if we've been properly stuck before. Because how would we die? How would we continue on to the next world? Unless we start believing that she's not dead.
Oh no, what are you doing? You tighten your grip and fling the blade as hard as you can into the void. It's gone. Now you're really stuck here forever. There's no way out now. You mean, other than starving? Right, I mean, other than that.
Well, okay, yeah, he did mention that apparently we're a creature of biology, and something would happen eventually. And we wait.
You wait, and then you wait for a little while longer. But eventually the thirst sets in, and the hunger. The darkness of this place prevents you from wholly grasping the context of passing time, but that doesn't stop it from passing, nor does it stop your biology from unraveling.
See, now, why did he mention that? I feel like we've had another princess, another chapter where we just waited for a very, very long time. I don't remember exactly which one. So why give us this clause?
The only things you know for certain are that it's long, and that it hurts. The vastness of your suffering can't be adequately put into words. We really shouldn't have tossed the blade. No, you really shouldn't have, but biology and time are immutable forces, and eventually, long before forever gets the chance to come, everything goes dark, and you die.
What do you mean, narrator? What do you mean I shouldn't have? You wanted me to just use the blade on myself? That doesn't fit your prerogative or your objective. I was given no other options. What? Huh?
Don't muck it up next time. The princess may be slain here, but she isn't slain there.
Okay. What did you expect me to do, narrator? I slayed the princess. I got rid of the blades that I couldn't end myself. You ended me by giving me the idea that I could end. Hello? Okay, chapter 3, The Wraith.
You're on a path in the wood. Shit. This really doesn't end, does it? It doesn't matter if we kill her, it doesn't matter if she kills us, it just goes on and on and on and on and on.
Sure does.
Yes, so it does.
Hello, Cold.
No, there has to be a way out of here. There just has to be. What if we do what she asked us to last time? What if we just let her leave? Okay, so you've already been here. More than once, even.
Yeah.
Great.
Because
so
it's your
you
fault.
probably already know all about her and all about the threat she poses to the world.
Not really.
Then let me remind you how catastrophic it would be if you helped her leave in any way. If she gets out, the world ends and everyone ends with it, yourself included. Oh, threatening us with death, are we? And why should we be afraid of dying? We've already done it twice. All death has done is shunt us back to these woods, where we're forced to listen to your empty warnings again and again.
True.
This place feels a bit different though, doesn't it? I don't even know what I'd call it, but it's definitely not the same path in the woods anymore.
Yeah.
That's all the more reason to take this seriously. If the path isn't the same, it means that her influence is spreading, and the world has already started to end. Her influence? I really shouldn't have said that. It'll make your task more difficult. But now it's out, you could always take that information as a sign of goodwill between us and do your job, alright?
Are you the same narrator we met on the other loops? You were quick to accept that we've been here before.
Suspiciously quick. If I had to make a wager, I'd say yes and no.
Well,
Is that supposed to be a riddle? If it is, it's not very good.
if you had to make a wager, but you know. What do you mean?
I haven't met you, but you've clearly met me.
Sure.
It sounds to me like you're hopping between parallel realities, in which case the me you just met here is the same collection of experiences as the me you met at all of those other beginnings, but their continuity breaks the moment you say or do anything, in effect making them all separate.
What? Why are you guessing? Wouldn't you know? If you're the same fragments of the narrator copied, wouldn't you also understand your existence? What do you mean? If you had a wager, you clearly understand. What?
So, yes, I'm the same me, but ever since the moment we started talking, I'm different.
Yeah, kind of. Sure.
I'm not sure how we're supposed to kill him ourselves, but he's asking for it. Maybe there's some way she can take care of him for us.
He'll be taken care of for us.
They've clearly all been through some harrowing experiences. Don't let their baggage influence your decisions. You have the ability to see things clearly. I suggest you use it.
Oh, I very much do. Yeah. What happens if we don't go to the cabin? That's another option.
Then she finds a way out on her own.
Has she ever done that?
So, standing around out here is the same as us letting her out.
No, because she can't leave on her own. Like, the world just gets consumed before that happens.
Only we don't have to see her. That's gotta be better, right? No, it's strictly worse.
Right. Okay. The narrator or the echo or whatever, their original goal is to have us, a part of her, slay her, so that change and ending and death can be eradicated from his reality that he came from. So, yeah, okay, yeah, he doesn't want it to just have the world be consumed by her. For it to collapse in on itself. Hey, okay.
And why is that? Because it's cowardly, for starters, and because the unknown is always worse than the known. But really, all you're doing right now is weighing two considerably bad options.
That's all you've presented.
The only solution worth considering is slaying her, and whatever delusion is holding you back from doing that is just that, a delusion. If you already managed to end her in some other world, the only reason you'd be here is that you somehow managed to do it wrong.
Ugh. Okay, I can't let the narrator distract me, no matter how much I disagree with his approach. I have to remember that my goal for this run is trying to be cruel. Sadly. See the red text. Okay, we've killed her and been killed by her, and neither of those things have gone well for us. If we're going to fall through this loop forever, eventually we're going to let her out. We might as well do it now.
You're making a dizzying amount of assumptions. Your perceived reality looping twice before does not mean it will continue to do so forever.
True.
Those little voices have already drawn attention to the fact that even the path is different. The world itself is at a tipping point. Know that there is always a choice. Even if you were stuck in an infinite loop, there's no reason to assume that the mere nature of the infinite would force you to make any specific choice. You do have free will, as much as things would be easier if you didn't, and you can just keep making the correct choice forever, never deviating.
The problem is that I do not have free will all the time. Eventually, on a run, the choices get taken away from me, because I've already made them. So I can't re-experience the same choices. I am very interested. I forget exactly what they explained as to the reason why there can't be a repeat experience. I don't know if that's something that the princess, like the shifting mound herself, manipulates, just to allow for new experiences, or if the construct doesn't allow for that. I just understand that it does occur. So that's weird. And it's not even all endings that the narrator devised, like planned for, because sometimes like one of the echoes are just like, sorry, how is this happening? Even the princess is like, wait, that's not how this is supposed to go. So like, sure, sometimes we are allowed choices that break expectations, but mechanically it is not infinite, or it does not always grant free will of choice.
Everyone is manipulating us, but we're starting to see the threads now. We just have to avoid getting tangled up in them.
And it is tough to avoid that.
On second thought, let's not kill him. Let's throw him someplace that never ends. I'd like to see what that does to him.
Okay, because if I turn around, that'll cancel this. I don't want to do that, so proceed.
You continue down the path towards the cabin. It isn't long before you're steps away from your destination. I don't think you need any words of warning. I think you know what's in there, and despite your protestations, I think you know what you need to do.
I'll figure it out. I'm not exactly sure what's the cruelest.
I don't like any of our options here. It feels like we're being driven down the tracks to some awful inevitability. There must be something we're missing. Something that would make everything make sense.
I mean, there's what I as a player know.
Maybe letting her out really is the answer. Whatever. You don't want to listen to me? Do it then. Let her out. See what I care. It sounds like somebody's about to crack.
It's so weird how the narrator, like, eventually tries different angles to see just what works with us. Are you trying to use reverse psychology on me, or have you just given up?
There's obviously no point in trying to reason with you right now, especially with all these clowns offering up their useless advice. Honestly, it seems like the more I try and talk sense into you, the more single-minded they get about letting her out. So yes, I'm done trying to argue.
Weird. That is a good point. Because I've kind of felt like, okay, it was, who was it? Which princess? Was it the dragon? There was somebody that said, oh, these shards of glass that are the voices, which I assume are part of the mirror because they are part of the illusion of the construct itself. But that is a good point. If they are fragments of the construct as well, why would they be going against the narrator? Unless it's just to represent that they are... Oh... Yeah, that they are potentially the cast-off fragments of the narrator when he tried to create the Echo, a specific version of him to guide us, to try and have us fulfill our goal. He tried to make a specific guide to lead us to do so, and maybe he realized parts of himself would not be very helpful in that. And so he tried to cast those aside, because apparently this Echo and some of the other Echoes aren't as aware of their situation. Like, they have a gist of what's going on, but they're kind of making assumptions and making guesses, so they don't have the whole picture either. So I don't think any of the voices have the whole picture. So that would be interesting, because I've always felt like they are the bad personality aspects, like negative traits, these voices are, of the narrator. I don't know which one it is. I don't know if we're going to get an answer to that necessarily, or if they're just going to leave it vague for theorizing. I hope it's the narrator, but I could see it being the princess perspective of what she assumes of us based off of our interactions of her. I don't know.
Would you look at that? We won. Take it however you will.
These episodes are so long just because I'm constantly going off about the lore of what I assume it to be. Oh, jeez.
The interior of the cabin is long and dark, a single narrow hallway stretching far into the distance. Curtains billow out from tall windows on either side, obscuring the path forward, fluttering helplessly as opposing gusts of wind rush into the building, clashing and joining and driving everything forward.
Interesting. The mirror is unnaturally overlaid over most of the curtains, but that one is able to be over it. So it's not like the mirror completely covers up reality or like impedes on reality. It does spatially exist. Because like, yeah, when we put our hand up to it, our hand is in front of it, sure. But parts of the cabin itself can be not impeded. Okay, so that just bakes in that it's like strangely, almost like four-dimensionally interrupting what's going on here. It still takes up 3D physical space, but it in an unnatural way.
The only furniture of note is... that's strange.
There's no table.
What's strange? Is it the mirror?
And there's no blade. We don't have it, right? We don't have it. Oh.
The mirror? No, there isn't a mirror. What's strange is that there isn't much of anything in here at all, aside from the curtains. There's supposed to be a pristine blade. Why isn't there a pristine blade?
Yeah.
What do you mean there isn't a mirror? There's a mirror, plain as day at the end of the hall. I suppose the only way to go is forward. So forward we will go. Blade or not, it doesn't really matter, does it?
Let's pretend there is a mirror at the end of this hallway, and that right now we can't see behind it. What's there? What's behind it?
If you're asking what's at the end of the hallway, it's the way to the basement. Are you saying there isn't a door? Are you saying that at the end of the hallway there's just an opening again? He didn't say door, did he? No, I didn't say door, because there isn't a door, it's just an opening. It's just like last time, isn't it? Only instead of a visible empty void, there's an invisible one. For all we know, she could be standing right there behind the mirror. For all we know, she's going to jump out at us, and there's nothing we can do to stop her.
I always find it funny, because I do it too, trust me, I do it a lot. When people confuse invisibility, just because you can't see it, because it's obscured by something else, doesn't mean it's invisible. It's just obscured. It's like when people say like, oh, it's an invisible wall. No. It's a wall, like it's an illusory wall maybe. If it's one of those things where it's like a fake wall that you can just pass through, that's not an invisible wall. That's an intangible wall. So It's always funny when that slip up mentally just occurs. It's like, no.
Let me assure you that there's nothing there. Nothing is going to jump out at you, and certainly not the princess. The princess is in the basement.
Are we sure?
You slowly make your way towards the gaping maw that awaits you. Your fraying nerves buzz with trepidation, the chill wind raising your hackles as it gently pushes you forward towards the darkness at the end of the hallway. You can't shake the feeling that you're being watched.
So, that too. By chapter 2, we have the option. The mirror is off to the side. But chapter 3's, we have the mirror completely in our path. We are forced to address it. And that, I feel like, goes along with what I was saying of the mirror being the construct. We are forced to face the reality. We are forced to be like, yeah, we understand parts of this construct is coming into frame.
Oh, do we? Do we feel like we're being watched? I hadn't noticed. At least you're admitting to it now. You stop as you reach the end of the hallway, I presume in front of whatever mirror isn't actually there.
What's behind it? I mean, okay, I feel like the narrator would tell us if the princess was there.
I hate that I know what's about to happen. Knowing makes it so much worse.
Oh.
You reach your arm forward into the pitch black of the opening.
Okay.
Oh, that was a close one. All that stress and lead up for nothing.
Is she behind us?
Hopelessly staring into the void. I'm glad I made a lasting impression.
Shit, where is she? You feel something long and frigid coil around your ankle. Your heart skips a beat, standing in muted shock for one long, frozen moment. And then she, the princess, constricts.
Ooh.
Your bones snap.
Ooh. Oh no, what does she look like?
Icy pain radiates up from the break, a deep cold flooding your veins as your legs, numb with the shock of it, collapse, and you collapse with them. You're met with the terrifying visage of the princess. Her hand grips your leg in a steel vice, her grin carved jagged from ear to ear, crowded with far too many long and crooked teeth.
Oh. I hate the snapped foot.
You killed me last time, and that was after you tried to lock me away forever. I was so close to freedom, but then you took my body away from me.
I didn't want you possessing me. Sorry. I've dealt with that before.
So now, I'm going to take yours, and I'm going to walk it out of here.
No, thank you.
And you get to watch me do it. Completely helpless. Just like you left me.
Okay, maybe letting her in isn't the best idea. She clearly hates us.
You don't say.
And what's your point? I thought you wanted to get out of here. This is a way out, and it's different. We might as well take it.
True. Okay. Would it be cruelest to go along with this, but then betray her if we were given the option? Or just deny her if we can?
Yeah, but not like this. She's going to make it hurt.
Oh.
Then turn off the part of you that feels things.
That's not good advice.
Oh, like it's that easy?
It does kind of make sense, actually. Because the narrator would see himself as a hero. He would see himself as cold and cutting himself off from emotion. To think that this is even a good idea, to force this lack of change upon people, rest of humanity and stuff. The paranoid. A lot of these aspects that the voices are would make sense to lead the original narrator to create this construct and create this whole dilemma that we found ourselves in. I don't know much about, like, necessarily the smitten per se, but, you know, maybe.
It is. Pain is just another sensation. If you can tolerate joy, you can tolerate pain.
That's not how that brain chemistry works. I don't know how it works for a god, but, you know.
Except that pain hurts.
Or a concept.
Yes, that's what it does. That's the definition.
Okay.
Do we need to explain to you why pain is bad?
I mean, pain itself is technically not bad. It is good we have it so that we have an indication that something is wrong and then we can become aware of it and do something about it. I just wish it didn't have to be processed as bad by our brains. It would be nice to just get little pings of just like, hey, something's wrong. Like, I understand the primal drive and need to make it be like, I want this to stop right now, so that it actually gets addressed by creatures that don't have more of a consciousness in their abilities to make decisions. But since we do have that, it would be nice if it wasn't as bad to experience.
You need to explain to yourself why it isn't.
I just did. Look, we're even now. You killed me, and then I killed you. Water under the bridge, right?
I think you forgot something. Like the part where all this started when you left me to languish in a pit all by myself. Now I've become something so much worse. And it's all thanks to you.
It is. I'm sorry. I just want to see the different princesses and the different endings. Forgive me.
If I were you, I would just want to get it over with. You lost your chance to call the shots. There's no going back to fix it now. You can either look on in horror or celebrate my freedom. But either way, you're about to become a passenger.
Ugh. Because here's the thing. The shifting mound would actually be proud of what I'm attempting to do as a player. Change. Variation. Seeing different permutations and stuff, not just a single fixed experience. So, at your core, you're probably cool with it. You're probably just like, hell yeah, go see all these different princesses. Totally not me just trying to make an excuse for myself so I don't feel as bad. No, never. Oh boy. I'm a victim in all this too, you know?
And sometimes victims become the same as their victimizers. Just because someone hurt you doesn't mean you get a free pass.
Fair.
Funny how she says that like it's a bad thing when it's exactly what she's doing right now.
Yeah.
Something tells me pointing out the irony wouldn't do much to help us.
Yeah.
You should be grateful that I still have a use for you. Being mine is more than you deserve, really.
Not me getting flustered about her being possessive. Don't worry.
Enough talking. We'll have plenty of time for chit-chat once this place is far behind us.
You remain pinned to the floor of the long hallway as the rest of the princess's body emerges. Her proportions all wrong, limbs bent and curling, moving in ways that defy your understanding.
Okay, she's cool? Hello?
Her torso stretches until her face is practically touching yours, her neck cracking audibly as she twists to look at you from a fresh angle.
Hi.
Are you sure you can't do anything to help us? Can't you, like, manifest a rock right on top of her head? And crush you along with her? Not that I even can manifest a rock. Besides, I thought you all wanted to free the princess.
Well, how do you drop the blade down the frickin' stairs? What do you... Ugh. Of course you can manifest a rock. If you can make the blade drop, you can make a rock drop. Come on.
Not like this. You don't even have a weapon, so I'm afraid you're out of luck, which unfortunately means that I, and the rest of the world, are out of luck too. Okay, deep breath. This is fine. This is fine. This is fine.
Is it? Is there any conceivable way that this is fine?
I love Jonathan. Just, is it?
Yeah, I'm right. This is fine. It's better than last time. At least our organs aren't failing. At least I can actually talk.
True.
It is fine. Everything is always fine. These consequences have no real impact on us outside of momentary discomfort. I'm sure we'll be moving on again soon enough. Your vision fades as she tears open the membrane of your soul.
Oh no. Ooh.
You're awake, Eyes once again fixed on the long hallway, your vision swimming as the princess's command reverberates inside your skull. Her voice is all-encompassing. You feel wrong.
I said get up!
It's so cramped in here. Like there's some sort of growth trying to push us all out.
Ugh.
I know. You rise to your feet, though the pain in your ankle is blinding. Your body slumps against the wall, desperately leaning into it for support. It's rather rude to show up in somebody else's body and boss it around like this.
It is rude to lock someone away in the dark basement forever. It is rude to leave someone to rot.
We were gonna let you out of here. That's the whole reason we marched all the way back up to the cabin.
Was it?
Were we? I was.
I know you were, but you were going to do it for the wrong reasons.
Huh?
And what reasons are those supposed to be? Nobody should be able to be judge, jury, and executioner.
Weren't you all of those things for me?
I don't know if the hero was, but
I can grasp the shape of everything you think and feel. You think you are numb, but you are hopeless and paranoid. You are afraid of me.
huh.
And I don't feel regret, even in the recesses of your soul. There is not a drop of sympathy to be found.
Who? The narrator or oh, what is our name? I forget. Quiet.
We weren't always like this. I've always been like this.
All I'm doing is reaping what you've sown.
Interesting. Okay. So is she more so reading and analyzing how the narrator truly feels based off of these fragments that she's able to see? Because I don't know if that reflects the quiet. The fear, the paranoia, the lack of sympathy. I'm not sure. Like, you think you are numb. Interesting.
We don't have to let her out. I've been storing up a little bit of will since she forced her way in here. Take it and throw us all into the basement. It's better than giving her what she wants.
Okay, let's see what my options are.
There. Move. Now.
Your body, still slumped against the wall, trapped between the princess's overwhelming will and the blinding pain of your splintered ankle, takes an excruciating step towards the cabin door. The movement is stiff, your body reduced to a marionette, pulled reluctantly along by your strings.
Blech.
It's not that bad. The pain feels good. Because I know you feel it too.
What? I think it would be more cruel, also interesting, to throw our body into the abyss, because what would happen to us if we don't leave the cabin? How? It's so hard for me to remember some things. Will we find our weapon there? Like, would we move on to a chapter 4?
In a single moment of overwhelming willpower, you tear your body from the wall and hurl it towards the gaping abyss.
I won't let you do this.
Sorry, apparently I'm always given a choice.
Capillaries burst and muscle fibers tear as you and the princess struggle over the reins of your body. One foot planted firmly on the edge where the floor ends, and the nothing begins. It's unquestionable that her reserves are greater than yours, but fortunately for you, the distance you have to cover is far shorter.
Yeah. Interesting. I'm assuming this is like in British English, whatever way to pronounce capillaries? Capillaries? Okay.
We're putting in everything we have. You're not. You're thinking too much about how she's hurting us. You're thinking too much about your body. It's just a body.
And not only that, it's a construct of a body.
Yes, it's just a body now. But I can do so many terrible things to you.
True.
1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Next one we all go. 1, 2, 3. You throw everything you have against her and manage, for one brief moment, to overpower the princess's hold on your body. But that moment was all you needed. Your foot slips a few inches, and you collapse forward, the darkness swallowing you whole.
Okay, yeah, this is the cruel route.
Her thought slips through you, unheeded, as you fall, and fall, and fall.
Yeah, I wasn't expecting it myself, but like bodies, they can be a pain. Hello?
We did it! We actually did it! Yes, we've really shown them all, haven't we? I don't think this qualifies as saving the world, but at least you didn't ruin it. What happens now?
What do you mean what happens now? You wanted it.
But I want to know what he thinks happens now.
Yeah, is he gonna try to force an end again?
I don't think you're going to find that out.
Unless we already believe ourselves to be biological and thus limited,
Why?
mortal.
What do you know that you're not telling us?
You should pay better attention to your head. You left. Gone. It's just you and you and you and me.
Ooh. Hero, paranoid, cold, and me. What about quiet? Or myself, whatever it counts as. Okay, yeah. So she was not psychoanalyzing quiet. She was psychoanalyzing the voices and potentially the narrator as well. Okay. Oh, hi. Terminal velocity ceases, and you feel something, a mass, a growth torn out of you. You and the princess look at each other for a short moment. Oh. Okay, so she's just being claimed, even though we didn't leave the cabin, technically?
What? What's happening to me?
Unless the abyss also counts as outside of the cabin, but wouldn't that be the basement? Strange. I'm not sure what the consistency with the lore there is. But you don't answer her before something takes her and leaves something in her place. You feel force underneath your feet once more.
She's gone. Where did she go? Should we try and find her?
Ooh. Should I also be cruel to the voices? Should it just be the cruel route?
And there's that mirror again. Why is it here? Why now?
I don't know where she went, and I don't know how we'd even go about looking for her.
You're right. She's gone. It's just us and that awful thing. I should feel better with her gone. But I don't.
Okay. Based on my theories, why would the voices be so weird and icked out by the mirror? Let me listen to exactly how they describe it.
Don't bother looking for her. I'm sure it's just a waste of time.
The narrator is gone.
He is. Does that mean the world ended?
I assume so, yes.
He was never going to outlast us. Yeah, no voice needing us anymore. Feels good, but I also feel itchy. Cold.
Okay. I think I'm supposed to look at the mirror.
There's something dreadful about it. I don't think you should. It's calling us, and not in a good way. Ignore the cowards. You have to look.
Interesting. Yeah. Okay, so if it was simply the princess's perspective of us that shapes a new voice to match us, like what we do with her, then the voices wouldn't feel weird and lost without the narrator, right? I feel like it makes more sense if they feel weird when we interact with the mirror that is reconnecting them with the narrator that cast them aside and shattered them from himself, the fragments of him that he discarded. They're like, we don't like that. We don't want to be rejoined or reintroduced to that part of us. Ooh. I'm leaning more in that direction.
I'm begging you, don't do this.
I literally can't deny it. The mirror never scared you before?
It's different now. It feels, I don't know, final.
The voices are so strange. The voices in the mirror are so strange. Gaze near reflection. Silence as you reach forward. They're gone. The mirror remains. It's time for you to see what's in it. So we didn't get a choice to, like, comfort them or not. Interesting. It's you. When they say that, are they saying it's me? But they're not talking about the body. They're talking about the rest of me that is encompassing the long quiet. Oh. Weird. You are alone in a place that is empty. It is quiet here. It is quiet here. Wow. It is us here. It's so funny.
Something finds me in the long quiet and brings me the gift of a fragile vessel.
The veil, like cascading over the kind of pelvis skeletal area. Such a cool design. Wow. I forgot that this was an option. Attack the entity. Destroy your body. What kind of ending would those lead to? That might have to be something I explore on a different run, because I'm already kind of locked into wanting to do the red text. Weird. I don't want to go through all of her dialogue again, because I feel like it is kind of just poetic stuff about things we already know, but if I have options like this for responses, I do want to see what those are like. What if I claim that I'm a person?
A person, a set of eyes witnessing from one perspective. I think that you are more like me than you are like a person.
True.
This one is loneliness turned to seething. She could not find her strength in others, so she found it in herself. She will make for a driven heart.
You know what? Go off, Queen.
She asks that I tell you to remember her.
You won't.
You won't.
Everything goes dark, and you die. Alright, thank you all for joining me. See you in the next one. Bye!